My name is Mathias. I work at Torso Electronics, and we built the T1 algorithmic sequencer.
What is your favorite knob or fader or switch on the T1?
For sure, the favorite switch is the temp button. So we have this button that when you press it, everything you do is temporary. It's really good for like building drops and stuff. Yeah.
So it's like a safety net almost.
It's a safety net
to return to.
Yeah. But also, if you take out the kick and then like you hold this button and then you tweak the parameters and like things are building up and then you press it.
Oh yeah.
And it comes back.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. It's magical. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. What particular aspect of the T1 are you particularly proud of?
The principles of generative music is really is actually like I think it's pretty complicated. I come from a computer music world, and programming this stuff is incredibly complicated. Taking that and bringing it to a very like immediate and intuitive workflow, and being able to present it in a way where people can use it in a musical way, where musicians can use this. I think I'm very, very, very proud of that aspect. Yeah.
How do you see your gear in the musical landscape?
It's a really good techno machine.
Yeah.
I think we really did something quite special with how you can sequence percussive sounds.
Yeah.
I think also for like making like pretty unique sounding ambient music. I've been using it a lot with just a piano sound actually, and being able to like just like create these crazy arpeggios that kind of like are completely out of time. I think that's where it shines the most, I think.
What music has inspired you to produce the T1?
I think we had one idea when we were developing the T1, and that was like, you should be able to do a jazz solo, like a jazz drumming solo, because that's something that's really hard to do with gear. Like, because like when you use many sequencers, like you can program stuff really creatively, but like be able to like in the now, like kind of like improvise with it and let me bring this and make it slower and make it quicker and like go out of time, go back in time. Like all this stuff. That was something that we really wanted to do. I think we achieved the goal. Like in some ways, I think you're always limited with when you have like MIDI in between, because like you don't have control of the timbres of the sound. But in terms of like triggering different drum sounds and like working with the timing, I think we got it. Yeah.
Most surprising tip or trick that you discovered after you made a piece of gear?
Well, several things actually. Like because we developed this random algorithm that you can apply randomness to all the knobs. In the beginning, we actually just thought that you should be able to like randomize the pitch and the velocity. But then we were like, why can't you randomize everything? And then we were like, okay, cool, let's try that. And then we implemented it. And after we implemented it, it was like, oh wait, here's the channel knob. This controls the MIDI channel. Wait a second, if I randomize this, then whoa, okay, so now it just like chooses randomly between instruments. That was like something that we didn't think about at all. One other thing is that with the 2.0 update, we added this effects mode on the track, so you can use an external MIDI keyboard. And then one really funny thing came in the development of that, because we have this note repeater, which basically is just like it creates ratchets. But you can set the timing of the ratchets, and they can be very slow. So when you take the timing of these ratchets really, really down, and you take it to like something like 1 bar, it essentially becomes like a MIDI looper. It's the same way as like a delay pedal can like go into looping territory if you take the time down and turn the feedback up, and all the MIDI like the transformations that you can do on the T1. You can change the voicing. You can still like do all this stuff, and even like change so you can make like chord progressions off the loop that you created. So like it becomes really like.
How did you get into making music gear?
So I've been doing this from like since I started programming when I was very young. I was always like into two things, computers and music. So like I started building like using Arduinos and like built weird instruments with sensors. And I had this period where I got really into Super Collider, the music programming language. And then in that I discovered the fantastic world of generative music. And all like, and when I discovered this, I was like, this is totally mind blowing. Everyone needs to hear this. And need to try this. It changed my relationship to music. And the fact that music can also be an explorative process where you're the explorer and in a sense like more the explorer than the creator. There's this Danish composer Per Nørgaard who I was writing in high school. I was writing this assignment about him, and he had this idea. He says in an interview, he had this idea of this infinite stream of tones that contains them all melodies that have ever been created and ever will be created. Because if it's infinite, then it contains everything. And that just blew me away. And I was like, all the music that is there, it's already there. Like we just need to explore it. Yeah, and the whole thing about hardware came later on. Then I met these fantastic guys that I worked with, and we were studying engineering, and we were like, they were like, MIDI is fucking cool, and I was like, wow, like I never heard about this, like I never like thought that you could like build a hardware box that could do this, and I think this really takes it into a completely new territory because it allows people to use this like and to feel it in a way that hardware can do so beautifully.
But how do you know when a piece of gear is finished?
I think I want to think that it's never finished, but there's definitely like it really helps to like like we did the Kickstarter and like there was like, okay, now we need to finish it and we need to get it out. And I think also it's like you can definitely be lost in like the development cycle, and like you can spend too much time on like overthinking things. We came up pretty early with the design, and that really guided us through the process. I think also the fact that we didn't have a screen was like it became quite a creatively limiting factor. But a really good limitation. So we really needed to just like really be precise about what we wanted, and we wanted every note to just be great. Like you should feel great when you turn it. Like it should be like, wow, this is really nice.
What is the best creative or production advice that you've ever heard?
Like we just think about music all the time. Like that's really like we really just focus on that. It's always like a musical. Like instead of seeing it from an engineering perspective. It's like what can this do musically?